Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be looking at all of my outside lighting and outside lighting controls. So we'll first take a look at all the outside lighting and take a look at the controls that turns them off and on. First, I think we should start in my actual backyard area right here. Let's start with the garage itself. All of the lighting on this garage building itself is controlled off a timer switch, which the lighting on this building is on all night, so it's set to sunset to sunrise 7 days a week. So this lighting gets the most use out of all of the lighting. First, we have this wall pack on this side here. I believe it's I'm not sure how many watts. I'll put the picture in right here of the product. I'll do this for each product. Actually, I'll just put the picture in. By the way, this one does have a photo cell on the side of it, but it's just covered up with tape, so it's just always on. So it's just done off the lighting controller. Here's that light. As you can see, it's a 30-watt LED wall pack, and it does have the dusted on for the photocell capability, and it's a 5000K light, outputs 3300 lumens, so it's a good brightness for that one, because we don't want it too bright because it does stay on all night. And now we've got 4 recessed lights down the side. By the way, all of my outdoor lighting, well, all of it in this actual backyard area is 5000K. These are, I believe, 9 watts, 750 lumens. So here's the picture. These are each 9 watts, 750 lumens, and they are 5000K. All of my lighting, like I said, 5000K. It's only the one light on the side of my house that isn't 5000K. These I bought in a 6-pack just because it was cheaper to do so than to buy individual. Now let's get to a different light, and that is this. That's this pole light here. This one's on a different schedule. Basically, I got kind of 2 schedules out here, 2 main schedules. There's the on all night schedule for the garage, and then there's this pole, which is on the same schedule as that tower. So this one and the tower, these ones are both, they come on at sunset, go off at 11:30, and then they come back on at 6 a.m. and go off at sunrise. But the morning schedule, the 6 a.m. to sunrise, that's only weekdays, so not Saturday morning, Sunday morning, as no one's really coming out here that early. This light is quite bright. It's a 200-watt LED light. Now that's not 200-watt equivalent, that's 200-watt LED. So this would be equivalent to a very large other high-pressure sodium or metal halide, whatever you want to compare it to. This is 26,000 lumens, which is quite bright, and of course 5000K. Next, if we spin around, we've got the tower. Now, like I said, this is also on the same schedule as far as coming on sunset to 11 o'clock every day of the week, and sunrise, 6 a.m. to sunrise on weekdays. This, I'm not sure the brand of this light. It's a really nice light fixture though. It puts out some good light. And yeah, so here's this one. Picture in the corner is a little small for this one, but as you can see, it's an 81-watt LED light, so it's decently bright. It puts out 8,635 lumens, and of course 5000K. And by the way, this light pole, really, it would do pretty well the whole yard. Like, it's all that's really needed is that one. It'll do the whole yard. The lighting under in the soffits, it more helps for it, visually makes it look prettier. It illuminates the side of the building nicely. Hi, Ayla. And the one on the front is nice to light up that area once that one goes off, but really that one could just stay on all night and you wouldn't need anything else. And this one does help with this area a little bit, and it does help get over further that way where that one can't illuminate under there. And but again, that one really would do it all, and it can go back there a little bit further with this one here. So there's that one. Next we'll talk about this one. This isn't really outdoor lighting, but it kind of is. It's this infrared light to help out the security cameras. I'll put in the picture for this one. Not very exciting, that light. It just illuminates this fence area and where people try and climb over and that sort of stuff. So this one is this is the illuminator, 12 LEDs. It's 850 nanometer. I think that's like the infrared wavelength or whatever. This does have a photocell, which is nice. That's what controls it. It just comes on by itself at sunset to sunrise. That light over top of it does kind of interfere. It won't come on until that light goes off, but it's fine since that light lights it up anyways. So there's that. Again, not really outdoor lighting, but it still kind of is. These lights are all around the gazebo here. This gazebo I built. They're done off just a normal switch right here. Things do seem to be rusting in there, so we're probably getting water in there somehow. That's not great. I'll have to look into that. I will get into all the lighting controls at the end. First, I just want to cover the lights. Next, we've got this little shed here, which this has these little lights on. This one has these little lights on them here. I can't remember the specifications. Again, I'll put the picture in as normal. These lights are also set to come on at sunset to sunrise. So these are all-nighters right here. These ones just, again, are really just for looks. They don't really help that much. They used to help light up this area, but now this one with its 26,000 lumens, really nothing else is really needed. But again, they do help for looks, and once that one goes off at 11:30, they keep a little bit of lighting on. So these are 5000K daylight as normal. These are eyeball gimbal LED downlights, so they're not quite like the recessed ones, as you can angle the eyeball thing. These are 8 watts, 850 lumens, so it's actually less wattage than the ones in the garage, but brighter, so that's kind of interesting. Our next light that stays on pretty much 24/7, because no one really cares to turn it off, is this light that lights up this little patio back here. Now with everything else, it's not really needed when that one's on, but once it goes off, it helps give a little bit of light down here. There's also a light fixture on the sun deck that also really just gets left on all night. We've also got this guy on the side of the house. I believe this is 1600 lumens. This one's actually 4000K. It's our only 4000K light that lights up this sort of parking spot back here and puts some nice light on the side of the house, because it used to get pretty dark here, as this one didn't really go far enough out, and this one is blocked by the corner of the house, so it is this is actually one of the most necessary lights, just because this side gets so dark and there's lots of things to trip on. So this one's on photocell, so stays on all night, sunset to sunrise, as however the photocell sees it. These lights aren't bad for the price. I like the color of light they put out. 4000K will pretty much keep anyone happy. It's not too yellow and it's not too white. It's a good color. These are 100 watt equivalent, and they are 1600 lumens. I believe they're like 15 watts. That's the 100 watt equivalent, but I think they're 15 true watts for LED. I'll show you the front of the house here. It's not very exciting though. So we got this one that does pretty much the whole driveway and parking spots. It's also on photocell, so it's staying on all night long, sunset to sunrise. I've got a lighting control bulb in this one, so it's actually a smart bulb, so the switch just stays on, and this bulb can change colors and stuff. We do it different colors for Christmas and all those type of days, so we can change it color, it can alternate colors, do all that fancy stuff. And it is, right now I've got it programmed to just come on, and I believe comes on at like 7 o'clock at night and goes off at like 7 in the morning. I change it throughout the year. That one unfortunately doesn't have a setting like the smart timer switches, where I can set it to do sunset, sunrise. Basically it adjusts itself, knowing whereabouts I am in the world, but it works all right for what it is. So pretty much everything. The only lights that aren't smart that you have to control is this one and that one. Those are the only two lights that don't do everything themselves, but this one just gets left on anyways. It's just a little 9-watt bulb, and this one again gets left on a lot of the times, or doesn't get turned on, but it doesn't really matter, because once that one's coming on, the sun deck is nice and bright just from that light up there. Isn't that right, Ayla? You're too slow. What you doing? Get your cone. Get your cone. Get it. All right, let's go over the actual controls for this outside lighting. As I already mentioned, some of them are photocell, just that side light on the house and the light at the front of the house. Those are the only two that are photocell. And I already went over the ones that are off switches, and that smart bulb is obviously its own light and controls. Let's go over the actual controls out here. So this building here that stays on all night, 7 days a week, that is done off of one of these Leviton Wi-Fi switches. The Bluetooth ones will do the exact same function. The Wi-Fi ones are just nice as I can control them from further away anywhere in the world. So that can be useful. I have 3 of these Wi-Fi switches and 1 of the Bluetooth switches. That's the first of the Wi-Fi switches. And then there's 1 in this box. I suppose I actually probably should open it to show you guys so I don't come across as making things up here. I think there's a key in here somewhere for it. Could be one of those ones. Not sure which of these keys is the one for this. They might be both the same actually. There we go. So in here we've got another one of these Wi-Fi switches. Turn that one on. Come on. Did I not hit it? That was weird. It's not coming on. It's almost like the photocell sees light. Well, I'll turn it off for now. Anyways, you saw it was in there. Maybe my tape I put on the photocell is coming off. I'll have to get a lift or put a ladder to get back up there. We can maybe take a look once we're at the tower, once I show you that one. Maybe we can see if that tape on the photocell is letting through any light. So on the tower here, we've got another one. Let me get my key here. Usually the right key works better. Someone's got the cone back. I always get it wrong. First door open, then second door. Put that there. So we've got another Wi-Fi switch in this one. This is the third Wi-Fi switch. See which key does this one here. Come on. Oh, you're being difficult. I don't recommend these little padlocks for outside. They get all jammed up and crap. All right, I finally got that open there. That was a struggle. This thing got all rusted shut on me. This is another one. If I turn that on, you see, on, off, that light works great off that switch. This one seems to be staying nice and dry in there. It is kind of something I'll have to look into why there's water getting in there though. So I bet that whole conduit's filled up. I mean, that's fine for the conduit to be filled up. It's not great for the box to have it. At least it's not like a nice expensive smart switch in here. I thought that might happen where this thing's not going to lock up now. Come on. Don't be difficult. There we go. All right, it'll probably never come open again. I'm sure this fire alarm's also filled up with water. It's actually been a while since I've opened this. All right, there's another look at that. There's that illuminator, and here's that big light. All right. All right, now that I've showed the physical side of all of this, I think I should do a screen recording of the app for those Wi-Fi and Bluetooth switches. First, I'll do the Bluetooth one. I actually have to go into this shed or be close to it to connect to Bluetooth though. Guess I could show you me turning those lights actually on too. I'm gonna show them all later when it's dark, don't worry, but I'll show you. There, you can probably see it coming on over there. I got a video on wiring all these and putting them in. All right, so I'll go into my apps for my lighting control. I have this whole section that's all lighting control. So first, the Decora Digital is the Bluetooth ones. I like to use Bluetooth, okay. Scan for lights. My school district uses these. These are actually really convenient for the school times and stuff, for depending on the year, for that sort of stuff. So small shed lights, I can connect to that device and I can turn it on and off. I can go to, where is it? Schedule events. This should only have 2 schedules. Yeah, see, every day of the week, on at sunset, off at sunrise. So that's a pretty simple schedule right there. Don't want to change anything or edit anything with that. So that's my small shed. Now we'll go to the My Levton, which is what does everything else. So you can see I've got 3 different switches. I've got garage outside lights. I can turn that on and turn that back off. I can go to tower light. I can turn that on. Did it actually come on? Yeah. Turn it back off. And I can go to light pole. I can turn that on. So yeah, that I know you guys can't see, but I'm just looking in person. That light's not coming on. And it was on this morning, so I think we got some light getting into that photocell. And turn that back off. Now we can go to that little clock and we can look at all of the times. So you can see my first one is garage lighting control. Now that is set sunset to sunrise every day. Then you can see tower night schedule. So I got a morning schedule and a night schedule for the tower. Same with the pole. I got a night schedule and a morning schedule. So first you can see that the tower night schedule is set sunset to 11 p.m. every day. And the tower morning schedule is, or I guess I would lie to you, 6:30. It's not 6:30 to sunrise. You can see that just says weekdays because I've deselected Saturday and Sunday. Same with the pole light. It's basically the same thing. Pole light night, sunset to 11 p.m. every day. And then pole light morning is 6:30 a.m. to sunrise weekdays again. So that is pretty much everything for this. And then I've made this toggle too. I'm not sure why this toggle named tower is still there, but it is. I actually need to get rid of that but then I got this toggle below it, which you can see is off right now beside all lighting control, which allows me to use one button to turn everything on or everything off. Well, everything except that mini shed, everything that's off the Bluetooth switches, but that's the majority of the stuff out here that puts out a legitimate amount of light. There you can see I could turn that on, and I can turn that back off. So that's it for this app. Next, I've got the Wiz, which is that Wiz, I don't know how you pronounce it, which is what does that light at the front of the house. So right now, as you can see, I can go to schedule, and I don't like the way they do this schedule. It's a pain. The Leviton does it so much better, but it's on, off. That's the on. It comes on at 6:30 every day, and its end is the off, which is at 6:30 in the morning. But it's annoying because you can't actually select when the off time is. You select it by saying how long you want it on for. So you say 12 hours is what it's set to right now. So you don't actually select what time it goes off. You select how long it goes off after it's on. It's more of a pain. I mean, it works fine. Once I've got it set up, it works fine. This one's pretty cool. I can go to there, and right now you can see it's off, but I can toggle it on, and I can set the colors. I can go through all of these colors or custom color, or I can just pick random colors. Usually I just leave it on daylight though, daylight done, and I'll turn it back off. So that's all of the outside lighting. Now I will actually show it to you guys at night. I think I'll show you once it's getting somewhat dark where you can still see some light from the sky, and then I'll show you once it's completely dark. Okay guys, I'm gonna do you the in the dark update. This is actually the next morning, not at night, so I'm sorry, but I completely forgot to record that. So now it's not completely dark out, as it's like 7 in the morning, but it's still fairly light. Light enough to show you all the lights at least. So here's our garage, here's our down lights, which they do help visually make it look prettier. Just down the side, just illuminating the wall. This front one, as I mentioned, does really help once that light is off. Helps light up a little better behind it where it can't light up. Our light on the tower, definitely helping with this area, and can reach a little further back there than we would be able to without it. And we've got these guys here. They do still help out a little bit back here. And this guy that just stays on all the time. Take one more look around back here before we go to the front. Okay, now it may not be the brightest, but it's super important having this light here, lighting up this area. I know it's starting to get a little lighter outside, but this is definitely a good light to have, and it's definitely needed. You can see it is helping with the shadow beside the car. And this guy, lighting down the driveway a little bit. Plus this guy at the front of the house, which it seems it has already gone off. You can see the infrared on the camera, but that one's already gone off. My city's gone through and done all LED street lighting. That one's actually hard to tell it's LED. It's kind of half behind the tree, but it's still on. This one, as I mentioned earlier, is on photocell. Everything back here is on timer. Well guys, I think that's it for this video of the outside lighting. So, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up button. If you have any comments or questions, leave those down in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching.